Guess who's back, 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 back again, again. Scorched earth, back, back, back. But also in the words of the Baja Men, who let the Scorched out? Who let the Scorched out? Well, Spooky Scorched are back. We got a mini season, not the more, and we got some patch notes that have some interesting things that are here. So without further ado, we're gonna go over some of the Night of the Morgue rewards, the challenges that are there to get your tickets so you can get your rewards, as well as some of the patch notes, just to go over some of the things that are caught the little gleam in my eye. So, for this, you have a mini season basically within the season that gives us more things to do, especially for us who are over rank 100. Granted, I'm barely over 100, but I did it. I've completed it. It's done. All right. It's got the stuff I wanted, and I'll continue to get the stuff. But we got a new stuff that could be interesting. So we got the Morgue Candy Bowl, the closed morgue drawer, mortuary sign, Vault Tech body bag, as well as morgue drawer. We got some cadaver, and autopsy table bed, and an open morgue drawer. So if you really wanted to build a morgue inside your house, now you can. To me, the rewards aren't that great. I'm not too excited for them. Rewards are rewards, things to do, things to have fun. But it's stuff to have that probably won't be around for a while again. Now, for the challenges for this, we have you build a candy bowl to give out the candy from your camp. Collect a human skull or skull part while wearing a costume. Collect a scalpel while wearing a costume. Give out candy. Complete trick or treat challenge. Complete both of those 4 times. Craft a melee weapon while wearing a costume. Cripple a human limb while wearing a costume. Kill a spooky scorch while wearing a costume. Trick or treat from another player's candy bowl. And that's it. So some of these things you will have to do on a public server. Some things you can do on a private server, but for the most part, some of the things do in a public. You can have some fun and see what you get. Now for this spooky scorch, it's like your typical scorch. They're throughout the map. Wherever scorch spawn, there are potentiality for scorch to be there, spooky scorch to be there. Collect your presents, collect the gift bags, have fun in the sun, and see what you get. You know what I mean? Now, for the path notes, let's go ahead and zoom in on this a little bit. There are some interesting things that I thought were pretty interesting. Um, this one right here, item should now erroneously show the atomic shop on Xbox, which is good. Place on the first floor should no longer float. Inside shelter, blueprint instead of categories no longer available. Build mode, which is good because it shouldn't be. Uh, Oh, that's really good. The contamination shower should no longer show as unlearned for players that have already learned it. Camp items should no longer be cut off when selecting item in the build menu, which is great. Let's see. What else we got? Made some improvements to the blueprinting flow in the new workshop. Blueprinting now reserve item. Scroll bar has been added when players save their blueprints. Add additional messaging when lock is applied or removed from a workshop. Atomic symbol should now correctly apply for purchase wallpapers. Players should no longer become stuck moving an object when editing furniture items. Workshop background should no longer be invisible. Help menu. I don't really use the help menu, so I guess that's good. I guess people are having some issues with the help menu. Atomic roll items. The atomic roller should be now interactable. Remove the blood punch bowl, the blue Nuka Cola vending machine, the Crania candy bowl from building in shelters. Those items typically aren't meant to be built in shelters. Several different options are available, so that's fine. Talk commercial no longer appears on the Sea of Squatch poster. Fix an issue which would cause players to be unable to enter their power armor suit until they dropped fusion cores in their inventory. Okay, that's good. Tiki Camp Kit should now display as a full camp kit. Let's see. Enemies now display the correct icon for bleeding beneath their HP bar. Nuka Solo mainframe core should now be damaged by explosions. I didn't know that was happening. That couldn't happen. I guess the more you know. I haven't run a silo in a hot minute, so but yeah. Eh. I mean, this one Mischief Knight really don't matter anymore because it's done. Mothman Equinox, that's done for right now. Jailbreak, glowing skeleton costume and glowing skeleton hood can now be sold to NPCs. Weren't those nuclear winter rewards. I'll have to look at that. But I know spooky shorts are now potentially rewarding nuclear winter rewards. That's kind of interesting. I do like that. I wasn't around for nuclear winter, so being able to get rewards from that is pretty cool. Remove the armor penetration increase. Remove enemies are now higher level. Big bloom events. Gameplay becoming immune to fall damage while not in power armor now always prevents a stagger. All ice damage now has a unified effect that slows the target and drains AP. Scales up the more ice damage the target takes and recovers over time when the target isn't taking ice. Ice resistance also plays a role in how quickly the status effects and build up and recovers. Weapons and effects that cause the slowing effect now deal ice damage instead. Makes sense. Fix the blood applying slow effects for target can make them move very fast. That's scary. Rad is no longer recovered to minimum value when loading into the world. Rad damage is still recovered to a minimum value when respawning. It applies to glow for ghouls. I need to play my ghoul more. Alright, perks. This is the stuff I found interesting. Ice damage should now correctly trigger the Deal Sealer perk. What rad can now only be equipped by humans, so ghouls can no longer equip that. Fix the issue on the special page, which displayed 0 unused points over full categories. Special loadout manager should now perform better when scrolling. Blood sacrifice. AP should no longer continue to drain HP while outside of VATS. The cloaked icon should now be displayed for Escape Artist and Chameleon. Twisted muscles penalties to VATS accuracy and Cone of Fire now reduced by the class Freak. 4-leaf Clover now grants the correct amount of crit meter for multiple projectile weapons. Fast Fighter now grants 50% of your movement speed above 100%. Your bonus movement speed is reload speed. Improve the utility of Fast Fire for Black Powder. I know Black Powder has really been really big lately. Life Giver. Fix an issue where players could die when unequipping this perk card. Fix an issue where the player's HP could be incorrect and overlapping the rad's portion. Reduce cost to 1 point. Good. Number crunch now applies to weapon damage over time. Deal Sealer. Ice damage now cancels impairment for this perk. Poison R effects now correctly inflict poison impairment. United Ordeal now shows in the Pip-Boy effects tab when active. Rad Sponge. Thirst and Hunger should no longer be stored at different rates. Increase the rate at which Thirst and Hunger are restored. Good with Salt move from Luck to Intelligence. Curator move from Luck to Intelligence. I don't know if I like that. I mean, don't know if that makes sense. Tightly wound animation speed no longer reset when entering Arctic Power Armor. Fix an issue that allowed proc on bleed immune targets. Combat knife should not be properly translated. Experience visual clipping a hazmat suit with a goal wearing a disguise. Unarmed problem proper name. There you go. Skilled rug. That's good. Players must be able to complete the possible other work challenge by building a bearskin rug. Corncob fashion is on chest and pillar display cases. Cranberry should no longer spawn as blastberries. I've been having that. Or cranberries have been spawning as blastberries. I didn't like that. For light machine gun 5.56 and 4.5 plan to keep dropping from Scorch being Queets 1 third. That's good. Fix a rare crash on the loading screen. Silver extractor should no longer produce silver scraps or fix missing armor names and learn how to learn text. Fish an issue that caused cut content to stay in the workbench. There was a patch note. I saw this earlier. There was a patch note announcing that some items were added to vendor Sam, Mortimer, and Giuseppe. Those notes was not intended to appear in today's patch notes. Please stay tuned for further information. I did see that. I did see that earlier, so they did retract that, and because Giuseppe had the cosmic knife, which was weird. I'm like, the cosmic knife could still be attainable from the scoreboard, so I don't know why you couldn't, why that would be there, but it makes sense why they would remove that. Bird Bones now displays its fall damage reduction in the Pip-Boy. Good. Fixable herbivore and carnivore mutation can be acquired at the same time. Okay, makes sense. Can't have both those. Why would you be both? Damage from... Alright, so weapons, mods, damage from explosive launcher with 2 shot is no longer duplicated. Oh. As it states, it's corrective bonus damage against humans. Scopes that support multiple zoom levels now display a button hint for zoom. Cremator now deals the same damage after changing color of the chemical field. Alien Blaster Ice Mod now receives benefits from explosive. Bowie Knife Punish Paint now appeared with all other appearance mods. Okay. Remove debug. Cryo mod for the combo and receives contextual ammo. Blood damage has been added to Cosmic Knife. Gatling Pasting Core receptacle now correctly notes as piercing. 2 cosmetic. Weapons will no longer experience a delay in firing being reloaded when using effects. Then increase reload speed. LMG full stock mono adds the rifle tag. Stalker's mod can now be attached to melee. The Miyasa mod has been reworked to always deal poison to nearby, similar to the Plague Walker. 556 Ultra Sights will now unlock as expected for the LMG. Improved the ice effects for multiple weapons. Need to use auto melee weapons after running out of AP. Oh, I mean, that's good though. Like the auto axe, that's good though. Improve the ability to target bee swarms with that. Nuclear ammo is now an explosive ammo type. Some HUD elements no longer be hidden while the player is aiming with a scope. Players no longer see a blank confirmation window when choosing to load up. DOT will no longer display floating numbers when setting is disabled. Now correctly dynamically adjust. Player should all be flagged AFK incorrectly. Confirmation window should now display correctly when trying to leave custom world. Radiation gained by consuming irradiated food should not be displayed. Elements no longer line. Fishing are no longer influenced by remapping controllers. Okay. All in all, there's some good things. A lot of ice damage fixes for slowing and things like that. Some good stuff. We'll see how things play. I really need to work on my melee build for my ghoul. Finish that finally. But I'm happy for what we got. The rewards for the mini season aren't the greatest, you know, but it is what it is. You win some and you lose some. It's not going to be, not everything is going to be for everybody. There are some good stuff, some interesting things. So we'll do the season, get our spooky scorched on, and hopefully get some good rewards. So until then, I'll see you all in the wasteland. Have fun, everybody.